Need cash? Uncle Sam's got a sale. Ever wonder how the US government gets money? It's not just printing it, they have a sale. Think of it like a giant yard sale, but instead of old lamps, they're selling Treasury securities. When the government needs money, they issue debt. It's just a fancy way of saying they're borrowing money from you, me, and everyone else. And just like any loan, they promise to pay it back with interest. They hold auctions, just like on those fancy art shows on TV. People bid on how much they're willing to lend, and whoever offers the lowest interest rate wins. The government gets the money it needs, and you get a guaranteed return on your investment. So, you're interested in buying some US debt? Welcome to the exciting world of Treasury auctions. The Treasury Department announces they need some cash. They decide how much they want to borrow and set a date for the auction. Then, it's showtime. Big banks and financial institutions come in, waving their metaphorical checkbooks. They place bids on these Treasury securities, which are basically IOUs from the US government. The lowest bidders, the ones who are happy with the lowest interest rates, win a piece of the pie. It's like a high-stakes game of financial limbo. How low can you go? You can buy Treasury securities directly from the Treasury Department through their website, Treasury Direct. It's like online shopping, but instead of a new pair of shoes, you're getting a piece of the US economy. But hold your horses. Before you go all in on US debt, let's talk about the different flavors available. Let's break down the delicious world of Treasury securities. First up, Treasury bills, or T-bills. They mature in less than a year, meaning you get your money back quickly. Next, Treasury notes, or T-notes. These mature between 2 to 10 years. They offer a bit more interest than T-bills, making them a good option for those who want to lock in their money for a bit longer. And finally, Treasury bonds, or T-bonds. These are the long-haul investments maturing in 30 years. They offer the highest interest rates of the bunch, but you gotta be patient. So which one is right for you? That depends on your investment goals and how long you want to tie up your money. Why is the government selling so much? Imagine if Uncle Sam kept adding more and more stuff to sell every week. The government is issuing more and more debt, and there's a few reasons why. Sometimes Uncle Sam spends more than he takes in. When the government does it, it's called a budget deficit. To make up the difference, they borrow money by issuing more Treasury securities. Sometimes, like during a recession, the government needs to step in and give the economy a boost. They do this through things like stimulus checks and infrastructure spending. And guess what? That requires even more borrowing. So, for now, they're sticking with borrowing, which means more Treasury auctions. Are Treasury auctions losing steam? Auctions only work if people are interested in what you're selling. Lately, there have been signs that investors might be getting a little weary of US debt. If you keep borrowing money from the same people, eventually, they're going to start charging you higher interest rates. That's what's happening with Treasury auctions. The interest rates on US debt have been creeping up, which means investors are getting a little nervous. There's a lot of debt out there. When there's a lot of something, in this case, US debt, it becomes less valuable. Inflation is still a thing, and interest rates are rising. That makes investors hesitant to tie up their money in long-term investments like T-bonds. What happens if nobody wants our debt? Imagine a world where the US government holds a Treasury auction and nobody shows up. If investors lose faith in US debt, it could have some pretty dire consequences. Interest rates would skyrocket, making it even harder for the government to borrow money. That means they'd have to cut spending or raise taxes, neither of which is good for the economy. And remember all those people who bought Treasury securities? If the value of US debt goes down, so do their investments. That could lead to a loss of confidence in the entire financial system. The good news is that we're not there yet. The US is still seen as a safe haven for investors, and there's still a strong demand for US debt. But it's a slippery slope. If we don't get our fiscal house in order, we could be headed for a world of hurt. If you found this video insightful, please like and subscribe to our channel, Express Econ Geofinance Insights. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below.